You've decided the house needs to be sold. There's just one problem: the other person won't sign. It's one of the most frustrating places to be in a divorce, and it makes people feel completely stuck. But you're not as stuck as you feel. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what your options are in Georgia, from a calm conversation all the way to a court-ordered sale, and how to get this done without letting it turn ugly. I'm Alexis with Rivby's Properties. If you need to sell a house in your Georgia divorce and your spouse won't sign, I know how stuck that feels. So I'm going to walk you through your real options in order from the easiest to the last resort in simple terms. And because some of these steps belong in a courtroom, we're partnered with some of the best family law attorneys in Georgia, so you're never handling this alone. Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. You've decided the house needs to be sold. There's just one problem: the other person won't sign. It's one of the most frustrating places to be in a divorce, and it makes people feel completely stuck. But here's the good news: you're not as stuck as you feel. Before we talk tactics, do one thing that changes everything. Try to understand why they won't sign. A flat number is almost never really about the paperwork. Usually it's fear. Fear of where they'll live. Fear the number isn't right. Fear about the kids. Sometimes it's grief, and sometimes it's leverage. Holding the house hostage to get something else. You don't have to agree with the reason, but if you can name it, you can often solve the real problem instead of pushing harder on a signature. And to be clear, this is about a normal, high-conflict logistics standoff, not about safety. If you ever feel unsafe, that's a different conversation, and your safety comes first. So here are your options in order, from the calmest and cheapest to the last resort. Step 1 is the direct conversation, ideally in writing. Keep the temperature low. Lead with the shared problem, not the blame. We both need to move on. The house is what's keeping us tied together. Here's what I'm proposing, and here's the number. A surprising number of standoffs end right here, once the other person feels informed instead of steamrolled. Step 2 is mediation, and this is where most of these get solved. A mediator is a neutral, trained third party whose whole job is to help you two reach an agreement you can both live with. They don't take sides and they don't rule against anyone. Many Georgia courts require you to try mediation anyway, so doing it early saves time and money. And if the holdup is disagreement over what the house is worth, an honest cash offer or an appraisal gives the mediation a real number to work from. Step 3 applies while your divorce is still open. During that window, a Georgia judge can issue temporary orders. These don't decide who ultimately keeps the house, but they set the rules for right now, who lives there during the divorce, who pays the mortgage, and they can even authorize preparing the house for sale. If your spouse won't cooperate while the case drags, your attorney can ask the court to set temporary ground rules, and that often breaks the logjam. Step 4 is the cleanest fix, and it's worth aiming for from the start. Get the sale written directly into your settlement agreement or final decree. A well-written decree can spell out that the house will be sold, how the price gets set, how the proceeds get divided, and what happens if someone won't cooperate. When the sale is a court order instead of a request, a refusing spouse has far less room to stall. This is why you want a good family law attorney drafting it. And if none of that works, here's the reality that should give you relief. A Georgia court can order the house sold even if the other owning never signs. When a divorce is final and the decree orders a sale, a judge can enforce it. And for jointly owned property, a partition action lets a court force the sale of co-owned property and even appoint a referee to handle it and split the proceeds. No single person gets to trap the house forever just by refusing. Here's the honest math on that court-ordered path so you go in clear-eyed. It's slow, commonly 3 to 12 months. and it's expensive, between attorney fees, court costs, and sometimes a referee, often roughly $5,000 to $30,000 or more out of the proceeds you were fighting over. A forced sale can also fetch a lower price. So yes, the court is the backstop, but it's the most expensive door in the building. That's exactly why everything before this step is about avoiding this step. So, how do you push this forward without a war? Aim at the problem, not the person. Put everything in writing calmly, because calm written offers become evidence that you tried to be reasonable and courts notice. Give the other person a way to say yes that doesn't feel like losing, and don't let the house drain both your futures out of pride. The angriest version costs both of you the most. Choose the calm version even when they don't. When should you bring in a lawyer? Sooner than you think. Don't save the attorney for the courtroom. Get one involved the moment a refusal looks real, because the smartest moves happen early in the drafting and the temporary orders. A good family law attorney can tell you whether temporary orders, mediation, or enforcement is your fastest path. And if there's ever anything beyond a normal disagreement, like threats or feeling unsafe, that's not a house problem anymore. That's a safety issue, and it goes to your attorney and the right authorities immediately. And here's what I want you to hold on to. You don't have to figure this out by yourself, and you don't have to guess at the legal steps. We're partnered with some of the best family law attorneys in Georgia, and connecting you with the right one costs nothing. Whether the house ends up sold to us or to someone else, we'd rather you have real guidance than sit stuck for months. And we stay completely neutral. We're not here to help one owner force the other. We're here to help the household reach the next decision. So where do we come in? Sometimes the fastest way past a standoff is a simple, honest number both people can look at. When a house is ready to sell, we buy houses across Georgia, as is, with an honest cash offer. You don't clean it out. You don't fix a thing. We work alongside your attorneys in the court's timeline. We never rush a court, and we're glad to talk with both owners so nobody feels cornered. And just so it's clear, we are direct buyers, not listing agents and not wholesalers passing your contract to a stranger. And we stay neutral, working for the household's next decision, never for one owner against the other. If a house needs to be sold and one owner won't sign and you want a clear next step with no pressure, click the link in the description and fill out the quick form at revbuysproperties.com. We'll help you understand your options, and we can connect you with a trusted Georgia family law attorney at no cost. You don't have to stay stuck. This is general information, not legal or financial advice. Every case is different, so please talk to a Georgia family law attorney about your specific situation. And if you ever feel unsafe, contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 or call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Your safety comes before any decision about the house. If a house needs to be sold and one owner won't sign, click the link in the description and fill out the quick form at revbuysproperties.com. We're a family that buys houses across Georgia, as is and on your timeline, and we can connect you with a trusted Georgia family law attorney at no cost, no pressure, and no taking sides. Sometimes the calmest path forward is just getting both people the same clear information.